the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
Lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
And coming in like, I guess, I feel like, remember like when you go on vacation and then like you have like a shitty job you had to go back to? And you're like, oh man, it's kind of nice when you own your own business and you're like, look, yeah, I'm back. I have a sore throat. I don't know how good I'm going to be, but it doesn't, you can't fire me. But I'm here. Welcome aboard, guys. Revenge of the Sis after a nice little bit of a spotty week last week. We had a lot of other things going on, but we still brought you a lot of content.
This just in from Blake Luca. You have been fired.
Fuck.
You forgot about Blake.
Fuck. And actually, L.A. Werewolf.
L.A. Werewolf. L.A. Werewolf.
You got the message from L.A. Werewolf on behalf of Blake. You were
Correct.
CC'd in the corporate email. See, our corporate structure goes, it's actually Blake Luca, and then his left hand, his lieutenant, his right-hand man, Frank L.A. Werewolf Espinoza. He's like the underboss, like they used to have in the mafia. So he issues the orders, and then me and Royce, we're kind of like, me and Royce are the guy. Remember the Sopranos when they're like, we'll just tell Uncle Junior he's the boss. And then when the cops come, we'll be like, hey, he was the boss, dumb old man. So that's us. We're the fall guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome back. We're back here. Fucking tired.
Yeah, you came
And
in.
I
you
slept
came in
a
late
lot.
last night, yeah.
Well, it wasn't even like for me. Like I'll stay up till like 4 or 5, 6 in the morning. But I came in at 2 last night, showered, and immediately passed out.
Right.
That was it. I was done. And we're it was quite a week. Quite a week.
How was New York?
It was great. My only issue with what happened, like, 'cause I had to go to my nephew's wedding, as you guys know. I had to, do the family thing. I gave him a very nice gift in an envelope type thing. I had to take care of a lot of things while I was up there. Treated our pals, our streaming pals, to some drinks and stuff. But the problem was that we did Miami, and then I immediately did New York.
Right.
So I'd rather not talk about, like, finances or money. Anybody brings up money to me in this next week, I'm going to fucking kill you. It's been an expensive week. But it was, it's nice to see the family, not be a burden on everyone. That was nice.
and I saw you live stream with a bunch of friends. I saw that you got Carl and Jesse and everybody all together.
Look, don't say I don't try to do some stuff for the good of content, for the sake of content. I had to wrangle all of those people together, by the way, and that's not easy. You know I'm not a good wrangler. You're not a very good wrangler.
Right.
When we go to a town and there's a bunch of people, Royce and I always find somebody responsible that's our friend and be like, all right, you're in charge of getting
Us around.
everyone together in one spot. It's a horrible job, but I managed to get, yes, Jesse from Pod Awful, our good pal Jesse. Carl.
Yes.
Carl came out. Cousin
Mad
Joe
Man.
came out. Cousin Joe came out, which was a lot of fun. My buddy, the backbencher, came out. And then our buddy Hammy came out, who got kind of mad and left early.
Kind of mad?
I kind of understood. Yeah, I mean, look, I get it.
Right.
But we had a good time. We were out until like 2 in the morning. I didn't even get on a train back to Long Island until 2 in the morning, and then I got back to the hotel at like 4:30, and then I was up and at a wedding the next day.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is the compound as glorious as I think it is?
So Compound Media Studios.
You saw it, right?
I finally got to get inside
Behind the scenes?
Compound Media Studios.
Yes.
We came this close to getting me a picture sitting in the chair, but unfortunately, the gentleman who let us in, who I'd rather let that part go for now. Actually, it's now. I guess I could say it because fucking Jesse from Pod Awful was screaming it on
He
stream.
already said it. Keith the Cup. No, I'm kidding.
So Jesse from Pod Awful meets us, right?
I love this story.
We're hanging out, right? You know, he doesn't drink, smoke, anything. Very weird.
But do you do? Sorry.
Yeah, he doesn't. I guess he is a legit pussy slayer. You know, that's kind of his
He
thing.
fucks?
Yeah, he fucks.
Good for him.
And it's Manhattan, so he's not fuck. You know what I mean?
Right.
He fucks. So he didn't really. So I did buy the man an appetizer. We're hanging out, whatever. I'm drinking. Fuck it, backbenchers. We were drinking. Me and backbencher were in the whole long haul for the drinking that night. Jesse's just like, so what do you got planned? And I was like, I don't know, we'll stream. We're waiting on Carl still. He wasn't there yet. Carl eventually arrived. We're getting everybody together. I'm like, yeah, we're just going to hit the road, do some stuff. And he goes, I think I can get us into Compound Media. And I'm like, no fucking way, right? So he's like, yeah, let me figure it out. So he's fucking around his phone a little bit. Finally, he goes, all right, guys, in about 40 minutes, do you guys want to go upstairs and be inside Compound Media? And we're like, more than breathing. This is all I want is to bring Carl to Compound Media and also get a selfie in Compound Media. Got to infiltrate. Plant your flag, if you will. So
While Anthony can still afford to pay the rent there.
So I'm like, who do you know over there? And I'm thinking it's going to be like a Bill Schultz or a fucking Gino Bisconti type.
Right.
He's like, Pat Dixon. And I'm like, you know Pat Dixon? Oh, shit.
We've had him on our show.
Yeah, but that was before...
The unpleasantness?
The unpleasantness. So, of course, we start heading down there. And we get there, and I didn't know how Jesse had set this up. He just said that he knew Pat Dixon and he could get us into Compound Media. So we go up. Now, this stream, unfortunately, the footage didn't survive because inside Manhattan buildings, it is impossible to stream.
Inside Manhattan?
No. The streets it was doing okay during the streets. Didn't cut out
Okay.
in the streets. It was really, it's once you go into those old asbestos fucking concrete buildings, you're done. It's just done. No signal. So we lost the footage, but basically what happened was we went into the Compound Media building, got on the elevator, went upstairs, finally found it is a little cubby hole sized office. I mean, it is tiny. It is a couple of rooms. It's that lobby room. It's the little control room that you see the camera in it where the guys, produce. There's that little room with the bleachers, which is basically the room with the bleachers is just another third of the lobby. So it's not like another room itself. It's just like they post camera, make it look like another room, but it's really just the end of the lobby is where they stick all the bleachers and shit. And then there's the little studio room. Bro, this is one of the tiniest places I've ever seen. It looks like, when you're like...
How many square feet have you had to guess?
I would go with 500, 600. Like, it was maybe 1,000. We'll go 1,000. We'll give him 1,000 square feet. But it was not a lot of square feet. It was just 3 tiny rooms shoved into each other.
I got it.
You'd have to be in and out of this bitch. It was really weird. So we go in. So we're streaming, and we go down the hall, and I see Pat Dixon's in there. Now, me personally, I like Pat Dixon. I don't want to get Pat Dixon in trouble. So I, as a courtesy, which I really didn't even have to do, I held the selfie stick past the wall, and I was like, and this is where the stream cut out, unfortunately, but I was like, hey, Pat, just a heads up, man. I'm streaming, so I just didn't want to, just want to give you a heads up. Like, am I allowed to stream you? Which is, again, courtesy thing. And he goes, no, the fuck is wrong? Turn that fucking thing off right now. And he was already, I guess, yelling at Jesse as I walked in. So he's yelling at Jesse, and he's like, why are all these, like, shut that fucking thing off. So I'm like, all right, I'll shut it off, whatever. It wasn't working anyway. And he starts yelling at all of us. And then he starts yelling at Jesse, and he goes, you said you had, like, a fucking friend coming. They wanted to check it out. You didn't say it fucking 5 guys here. And he's like, he points at me, and I'm like, he goes, and he said something at first, like, I don't fucking know this guy, which he did know me.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't fucking know this guy. He points at Carl and goes, and I don't fucking like this guy. He goes, I don't know who he is, but I don't fucking like this guy, and I don't trust him. And he's just pointing at poor Carl. And Carl, swear to God, Carl had done nothing at this point. But he does radiate this kind of nervous energy. Like if you were in a room with the nuclear football, Carl gives off this energy. We're always like, is he going to push the button for no reason? Like, as a goof. So he's yelling at Carl, and he's yelling at Jesse, and he's yelling at me, and we're all just like, okay, this is awkward, right? I'm enjoying it, though, secretly. And then he goes, you know what, man? I don't give a shit. He goes, you want a fucking tour? Take a fucking tour. I don't care. Just leave me the fuck out of it. And he just starts reading his newspaper on the lobby couch. And we're like, all right. And Jesse's like, well, all right, boys, vámonos. Let's go. Yeah. We're all like, and we just rush into the green screen room. And then Pat came in with us or whatever. And he's talking. And he goes, yeah, don't take any fucking videos. Shut the streams off. I don't want any pictures. Don't do nothing. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. And Jesse and I were very good at reading off each other. Jesse knows I want pictures. So Jesse distracts him, and he's like, yeah. So he starts talking to him, and he's like, yeah. And as he's talking to Jesse, I'm like, and I just spun in a circle with my face selfie cam, just so I could catch everything.
Right.
And I didn't get great quality pictures, but I got enough where you go, oh, shit, he really was in there. And then we went out into the lobby, and then I guess, we're standing there. Pat was keeping an eye on us for the most part, but then he turned around to grab something out of the control room, and I was real quick, and I was like, made sure I got that Anthony Cumia show sign behind me, and then he came out, and it got better after. Like, Pat's a nice guy. Pat's not a dick. He kind of calmed down. He felt, in his defense, he felt really ambushed, and he kind of should have.
Right.
Like, we were in the wrong in this situation. He kind of calmed down, and I was like, Pat, I don't mean any disrespect or anything. I'm like, you've been on my show before. And he goes, yeah, I know. And he's like staring at me like really like he still doesn't trust what's happening.
Right.
And he's like, so you had a problem with my boss or something? Did you guys fucking clear that up or whatever? And I was like, I didn't really answer it. I just made a bunch of weird noises.
Right. But you didn't, though.
Which is why I didn't answer. I just
right, but
was
you
like,
could have answered. The answer should have been no, I did not.
And then he was like, yeah, because what was your beef anyway? And I was like, I wrote an article about some stuff. And he was like, yeah, what kind of stuff? Like, I guess I really got under Anthony's skin. Like, he definitely has talked about me.
Oh, I know.
Enough that it's an issue. And I was like, yeah, look, whatever, it is what it is. I was like, yeah, okay, he might have threatened to sue me or whatever. And then Carl was just like, Mr. Dixon, I just wanted to say, look, I didn't mean any disrespect either. My name's Carl. Being Carl. My name's Carl. I didn't mean any disrespect, Mr. Dixon. And Carl has this weird thing where he's so respectful and polite. And that's not a bit. That's actually who Carl really is.
That's him, yeah.
Like, when I've talked to him off the air, when I first met Carl months ago or last year, I really thought he was fucking with me off the air. Like, I was like, you
told me that.
Yeah, I was like,
Mike did tell me that off the air. He goes, I can't tell if he's messing with me or if that's how he is.
Yeah, but he's not. He is actually nice. He was just like, Mr. Dixon, my name's Carl. And, I didn't mean any disrespect either. And he's like, and Dixon was like, Pat Dixon basically told Carl, he goes, yeah, but you got this thing going on that I don't, like, you're something's going on in your head and you're making fun of me, or this is all a joke to you, or says something about
Good
you.
judge of character, by the way.
Pat Dixon is not a fucking idiot at all. Pat Dixon is a smarter man than Owen Benjamin is, for sure. When it comes to that, Owen Benjamin's always like, oh, guys, I'm smart. But I watched Pat Dixon do a fucking read on everybody in the room, and I was like, this nigga's good. You're good, Pat.
Can I take a quick little sidebar? Because I completely forgot to remind you. You mentioned Owen Benjamin. When you were gone, I was watching. Somebody sent me a stream. Owen Benjamin was talking about you and saying, Mersh is he's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
He wrote me a letter. So what is this about? What is
this? This was like the last night I was here.
Okay.
It's like a spur of the moment thing I did on Nightwave, and then I just left.
Okay, I must have missed it.
But on Reddit, like the day we got back from Miami, I got a message on Reddit. I got a DM from some guy who's written me weird shit before. Mm-hmm. He's some weird fucking internet gay ops. He comes off like a weird, maybe young guy, like just a stupid idiot. Thinks he's he's owning people, but he's just a dick.
Got it.
And he's written me weird shit before, but then he wrote me a message, and the title was, I got Owen booted or whatever, or deplatformed. And I was like, what? And that was the subject. So I click it, and it was like, yeah, man, I saw your reaction on ROTC. Don't be a faggot or whatever. Or don't be a Jew. Owen got what he deserved. And so I wrote back, and I was like,
what?
Yeah. So I wrote back, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really support people losing their fucking platforms. I don't support people getting demonetized. It was like, so... Yeah, I don't support that. I was like, look, I'm not going to stop. If you want to be a faggot, I'm not going to stop you from being a faggot, but don't expect me to pat you on the back for it.
Right.
Because I just don't believe that. I don't think taking money from anybody's kids is the way to fucking take them down. Because, again, I've said from day one on ROTC, I don't believe in leftists or right-wingers getting deplatformed, anyone getting deplatformed.
Agreed.
Because these you-know-whats just keep more money. So
Right.
I don't care if Google, the megacorp, loses a few bucks. They need to pay.
Right, of course.
So this guy, I was like, well, fuck you, whatever. I immediately sent an email to Owen, and it was not a nice email. I don't even know why Owen said it was a nice email. It wasn't a nice email.
What was it?
I just have to pull it up, but I was basically
You
told.
can just give me.
I was like, yeah. The title was something like, yeah, look, I don't like you, and you don't like me, but.
Right.
And then when you opened it up, I sent him the screenshots.
Okay.
And I just was like, look, man, I don't like you. And I know, we got beef or whatever, but this guy, here we go, I got it now. I said, but someone sent me a message claiming to be behind your deplatforming. I was like, as someone who actually has principles, I don't believe in people being deplatformed, even people I don't personally care for. This is the message from the guy claiming to have done it. He might be full of shit, who knows, but I figured you'd want to know. I'd want to know who fucked me over like that. I said, I've said a lot of shit and I've trolled a lot of people, but I'm not down with people preventing people from feeding their kids. And then I was like, I don't even want a response or anything. And then I sent him the screen grabs, and it was signed Whoosh from Night Gay Radio.
Nice. That's pretty funny.
Like, yeah.
So this was the reaction to the email.
Oh, yesterday cut me off right as I was talking about Mersh. He wrote me a respectful email.
Very respectful.
There's some honor in that guy. So as I bid adieu to, my YouTube following, he sent me an email where I don't think he's a cruel man. That's what I was talking about. Mersh is very uncool. I don't believe he's even a little straight. I'm just trying to tell you guys that out of all of that, I'm not saying to watch the guy. He is a dickhead.
This is fair.
But again,
fair.
that's nobody can't argue things like that.
These are fair assessments.
You can't argue things like that, and that's fine.
Absolutely a dickhead.
Yeah, we get it. Those are fair.
When you were calling me an evil wizard, I was like, all right.
No,
well,
I'm not an evil wizard.
Far.
Yeah.
But dickhead, I will absolutely. That would be like if you were having some sort of litigation and your lawyers go, are you willing to accept dickhead? Yeah, I can take dickhead. Dickhead's fine. Yeah, but not evil. But dickhead. Okay, dickhead. I'll take. Okay. Your Honor, my client will admit to some dickheadery.
Yes.
As long as this plea deal is still in place.
it's funny because AG was actually crashed with us for a couple days. He left on Friday. He was hanging out here, and he did a couple days with me. And after this was aired, he was on the couch. I heard him clipping this and putting it up on Toxic Mail. I was just clipping it up.
That's funny.
Was a glimmer of like, bury the hatchet. And I'm fine with that. All it takes is one fucking offer, like one gesture.
Well, let's
of
be
goodwill.
fair. I didn't offer anything, Owen. I offered. My offer was for us to continue to go fuck ourselves. But I was just giving you information that I felt was pertinent in a case where, again, you don't fucking do that shit to me, man. You take my money away. Somebody gives me information on who took my goddamn money. I'll fuck them up. I'm not playing this shit. It's not, you know what I mean? There's just certain things I'll do. Now, somebody said to me like, hey, I super chatted Owen some crazy shit, and he read it, and then he fucking threw a glass bottle across his backyard in a rage. I'd go, that was awesome. That's hilarious. You know what I mean? Or if you troll somebody into doing some dumb shit, I'm like, that was cool. But you don't take somebody's livelihood away. I'm sorry. Even if he's got, and then somebody was like, fuck him, he's got money. Who cares? Mm-hmm. So we should just, who's got more money than Owen Benjamin? Fucking Google, asshole.
That doesn't, and somebody says, let's not forget Owen falsely accused innocent people of attempted murder, y'all. Docs to a friend saying, yeah, look, nope, and none of this.
So he gets it for that then.
Yeah.
But this, again, you guys aren't getting it. You guys aren't getting it. That's between those guys and him, and that's between them. If they want to get him demonetized for that one incident, God bless him. But this scumbag came to me like just some gay ops guy. That just comes, yeah, me and my friends on the internet, we got his money taken away. You guys want to fucking support that dude in that particular circumstance, that's fine. But you're not, this guy wasn't making that argument. This guy was making how hilarious is it that we keep getting people demonetized and deplatformed so that Google can get more money and they don't have to pay nobody. Man, how cool is that? It's not cool. If you guys want to go get him punished for that one thing, then fine. But don't O.J. Simpson this nigga because you couldn't get him on that old thing. And now you're like, well, any way possible, just get him in jail. Enough. If you guys really are into that shit, you don't get me.
Nothing exonerating. This isn't exonerating him from any of the shitty stuff he's done. And this is my opinion. He could have done all of these shitty things that you said, and I still don't think that he should have been demonetized. I mean, I believe that's what I. There's very few things.
By the way, you guys, I know there's a couple DZ guys that are in the chat that are still get down with this whole thing that happened. Why didn't you sue him? Why didn't you do anything for yourself besides make video clips? You know what I mean? You keep sitting and go, well, he has to pay for this. You're the only one in a position legally to punish him. So punish him. Right? If we're now at a point, as far as this narrative goes, that if it affected you that badly, then you need to, within the system that's already been established for hundreds of years in this country, go in and legally pursue the damages you feel you are entitled to. That doesn't entitle you to gay ops. That's how I feel about this. Do something for yourself. But you're setting precedents that are going to be used to someday get guys like me and him demonetized. So find a less gay way to stand up for yourself. That's all. Like, am I wrong? They keep saying, like, but he did this to those two guys. So sue him, those two guys, or have the police charge him with harassment. None of you guys ever did any of that. You kept the fucking gay ops limited to YouTube. You guys are over here shitting up the entire platform with your personal beef. Take him to court or shut the fuck up. I think that's fair.
Somebody in the chat says, so he doesn't deserve consequences? He does. Hold on. I get it. He does deserve consequences. Please understand something. There's something about being morally consistent that I think people aren't getting. I think Owen Benjamin is a lunatic. I think he's crazy. I think he's done some shitty things. But even with all that being said, not once on this show has any of us ever said, find a clip, that he should be demonetized. We did tell Owen when he was telling us, like, no, YouTube's not going to do anything to me. We said, yes, they will. You keep saying that, but they will. All of that. But it's like Mike said, you're trying to get him on a process crime because you couldn't get him on the thing. And by the way, he shouldn't be demonetized for any of it. Even the other stuff that he did, like the stuff that the DZ guys are saying, would maybe get him a strike, but it wouldn't demonetize him. So you're trying to, again, understand something, folks. It's what Mike said earlier. If you don't sit here and say something about this, even if we do not like the guy, and I do not like Owen Benjamin, but if you don't say something about it, they're going to do it to somebody else, and to somebody else, and then eventually they're going to do it to somebody you do like.
Everybody, I'm really honestly disappointed at how many people who appear to be on the ideologically same side as us are some of the worst hypocrites. Like, the amount of moral and spiritual flexibility some people have is beyond me. And it's like, well, he did it first. Oh, so you should completely change your morals and change who you are. It's like, it's really gross. Like, you understand I don't have a Twitter account anymore? Not because of leftists.
Nope.
Did leftists get my fucking Twitter account taken away?
It was Gabe Hoffman.
The amount of fucking bullshit that everybody vomits out of their dumb cunt mouths is making me so angry that I want nothing to do with politics anymore. I want nothing to do with these people anymore. They're all scumbags, and you all want to play the fucking same games. So, yeah, I'm against deplatforming. Always, always, always. I think this batshit crazy retard should have never been kicked off of Twitter. Could you imagine how great this beef would have been? The epic levels it would have went to back when we were fucking with Owen.
Of course.
If he still had a Twitter. They're robbing us of that.
And I'm going to say this. It's like, again, I don't like Owen. I think he's still a lunatic. But there's something to be said about being morally consistent and having principles. You got to stand by those. You can't just sit here because when you start making exceptions to your morals or your principles, you don't have them anymore.
Can I answer CIA Bog?
Of course.
He says, I think you're right, but does that mean if someone tries to shoot me, I shouldn't shoot them back? If your life is in immediate danger, CIA Bog, then yes, you should shoot somebody in defense. But that is probably one of the worst structured, most autistic analogies I've ever seen in my life. This isn't, if you shoot a guy who's trying to shoot you, that's self-defense. What you're doing here by getting people demonetized is setting precedents that will be used against other people later, people you like. Stop supporting that. That's not even the right fucking analogy to make. People always do. What if a guy's coming at me? I can't come at him back. You're proactively going to tattle on people, basically, and say, he said this thing about the Jews, so, like, why are you paying him? And just being a little snitch bitch that in the areas I grew up growing up, you would have gotten fucked up for that. You would have gotten beaten for that.
We said it even when it happened. He shouldn't have been demonetized. That's it. Do you understand the moment that everyone's cheering? Yeah, fuck him. You're playing into the hands of exactly what they want you to do. To go, oh, but for him it's okay because he's crazy. No, he's not. He should be able to make money. Guess what? Even racist people should be allowed to fucking make a living.
Yes, they should be able to make more money than average
Agreed.
people. Sorry.
So
there's a huge. I want you guys to know about the racist wage gap here in America, folks. You know, the MSM has done a lot over the years to get a lot of these people from Charlottesville fired, demoted, sometimes doxxed. So we need to do something to fill in the racist wage gap because racists are making statistically far less money than non-racists.
These are people. Some people in the chat. Wow, everyone's on Owen's cock now.
Yes,
hey,
that's what it is.
You fucking spurg.
I can't wait to suck his glorious cock. That's what this is about.
You fucking spurg.
Don't even react to people like that.
No, but
there are 40 IQ people in the chat. I get it.
It's that mentality though. It's that mentality of like, you don't see that there's a difference between maybe you don't have morals, maybe you don't have principles. We get it.
They don't understand what it's like to just the idea of being morally consistent in 2019 makes people like. You understand that if I were morally inconsistent, but I wanted to cut my dick off and start taking estrogen, I would be considered more normal than I am just by believing the same thing that I believed a year ago now. That's the big. Like look at these. Best example right now. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Michael Avenatti's gonna get thrown in jail. Woo! God bless you, Nike. You're like, wait a minute, nigga. You hated Nike 3 months ago.
Yeah.
You hated Nike 3 months ago.
Other side of that, all the Democrats were sucking Mueller's cock, and now they're like, this guy's a fucking dick.
He's part of the. You know what it is? Robert Mueller's part of the conspiracy. He's one of Putin's shills.
All right, okay, and
that's what it is. You got it.
And we're actually going to move on to that next year.
Crack the case, Columbo.
We're actually going to move on to that next year. But before we do, I wanted to plug something here.
Sure.
And I'm going to be plugging this throughout the show. T.S. Moose's cousin, he sent me this message. His name is he has a cousin named David, and he has a GoFundMe up. So this is a fucking really tragic case and story here. Let me read this. David is my younger brother and an outgoing 19-year-old boy who was recently diagnosed with testicular cancer, which traveled to his stomach and bladder. His cancer is aggressive and is now and so in turn are his treatments. Our mom quit her job to stay with him in the hospital for this week-long treatment and to take care of him. The in-between stages. He's receiving chemotherapy and radiation to try and shrink down the cancer so they can eventually receive surgery. This process will take years, and David has enough to worry about without having to worry about bills. He doesn't have any form of medical insurance, so we're asking friends and family to help pay David's medical and everyone's bills. We appreciate everyone's kindness and generosity in the battle. So I'm going to post a link here, and it's going to be in the description, obviously, of the video as well. If you guys can give, if you guys can help out, do it. Because, we always talk about on the show what a fucking joke socialized healthcare is, and it is a joke.
Yeah, it is.
Socialized healthcare is a joke. But we always say, well, charities and stuff, and other people will be charitable and take care of people like this. Well, here's a fucking example to put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely donate later.
Yeah, of course.
I have a really uncomfortable last week of bank activity to look at, but
Right.
David will get something for me tonight.
Right. So anybody that could donate, please do. This is fucking horrible. Like 19 years old. 19 years old to have your entire life turn. It's disgusting. So I'm gonna post a link at the bottom of the description of the video. So if you guys can donate, please do that. And I'm gonna be probably plugging this a few times over during the show because I want to make sure we get all the new people that are coming in and stuff to help out David's family and hopefully help David out. And look, if some of you are into it and you're in and you do pray, I would definitely say a prayer for him. I think that's the only thing that we could do are those two things. So let's see what we could do. And there's a link. Share it. If you don't have the money, I get it. Maybe just share the link. Maybe somebody else does. Maybe somebody else is willing to help out. So if you guys could do that, that would be great. All right. So I'll plug that. That got to me. That's 19 years old. Oof. All right. Let's move on to the bigger.
Before we get into that, can I just? It's a quick snippet of news.
Sure.
All right, remember that Dr. Dre viral post that's been going around of him and his daughter?
Oh yeah, the USC thing. Yeah.
You know, he deleted it now because it's coming out that he donated $70 million to USC a couple of years ago.
No, really?
Yeah. So, yeah, she did it all on her own.
Oh no, I'm trying to find. Here's the picture. So
and I still can't send messages or any. I don't know what is
it's
going on.
Facebook. It's being weird for me right now too. So this is the picture that Dr. Dre posted.
Yeah.
And it's him and his daughter, and it says something like, "She did it all on her own without the cops being called."
Yeah.
According to Variety, Dr. Dre boasts about daughters getting into USC all on her own, then remembers $70 million donation. Dr. Dre's attempt to throw shade on the recent celebrity college admission scandal backfired after he apparently belatedly realized that he donated $70 million to the college his daughter, and he's a billionaire. On Saturday, Dre posted a photo with the caption, "My daughter got accepted into USC all on her own, no jail time." That's what he posted under this picture that you're looking at. And then quickly deleted afterwards, pointed out that in 2013, He and Beats by Dre co-founder Jimmy Loveland donated $70 million to the school to establish the Jimmy Loveland and Andrew Young Academy for Arts and Technology. Making matters worse, on Monday, TMZ excavated a post from Truly that seems to be suggested that she actually didn't want to go to USC, saying that her father is pushing her to attend the school. None of this indicates that Truly was not accepted to USC entirely on her own merits, or that Dre's contribution was not completely above board. However, anyone with a teenage daughter will understand the doghouse Dre's presumably in at the moment. The worlds of entertainment and business, sports, and academia. Okay, we know. I think that look, giving $70 million helped Dre. To fucking pretend that it didn't is a joke. All right. So yeah, this is the two big stories, but this is the bigger one from over the weekend.
So we got him, right?
Well, let's see.
We got him. Indictments.
Why don't we
Don
find
Jr. is going to prison, right?
We'll find out.
Okay.
2 pages of those top-line findings. I'm Ed Henry in New York with Dana Perino.
And I'm going to pause you there because Jake Gibson, who's our producer at the Justice Department, I believe we have him on the phone. And Jake, are you there?
I am here. So the report, the letter just came out, our letter to Congress. It is 4 pages. I'm going to read it to you if that's okay. So, dear Chairman Graham, Nadler, Ranking Member Feinstein, and Ranking Member Collins, as a supplement to the notification provided on Friday, March 22nd, I am writing to you today to advise you of the principal conclusions reached by Special Counsel Robert Mueller and to inform you about the status of my initial review of the report he has prepared. The next section is titled The Special Counsel's Report. On Friday, the Special Counsel submitted to me a, quote, confidential report explaining the prosecution or declination decisions he has reached. This report is entitled Report on the Investigation into Russian Interference in the 2016 Presidential Election, unquote. Although my review is ongoing, I believe that it is in the public interest to describe the report and to summarize the principal conclusions reached by Special Counsel and the results of his investigation.
Man,
the report explains that the Special Counsel...
I bet you that these conclusions are going to be Trump was a fucking Russian agent.
I wonder where Don Jr.'s hiding right now.
I don't know. Probably in some sort of country
you,
that can't
Junior.
extradite. Yeah,
coming for you, Junior.
They're coming.
He's probably drinking poolside outdoors in Miami right now, in West Palm Beach.
Hanging out at Mar-a-Lago.
And his staff thoroughly investigated allegations that members of the presidential campaign of Donald J. Trump and others associated with it conspired with the Russian government in its efforts to interfere in the 2016 U.S. presidential election, or sought to obstruct the federal investigations. In the report, the special counsel noted that in completing his investigation, he employed 19 lawyers who were assisted by a team of
19 lawyers. Do you know how much money we spent on this?
Oh, it's
Do you know how many steak dinners at fancy restaurants we paid for?
We could have bought a wall with that money.
Oh, you think so?
Approximately 40 FBI agents, intelligence analysts, forensic accountants, and other professional staff. The special counsel issued more than 2,800 subpoenas, executed nearly 500 search warrants, obtained more than 230 orders for communication records, issued almost 50 orders authorizing use of pen registers, which is tapping someone's phone, getting their phone numbers, made 13 requests to foreign governments for evidence, and interviewed approximately 500
We
witnesses.
take joy in the fact that the only one who was really going to get hit with the worst, the guy who got the worst of this was Cohen.
Oh, yeah.
Cohen ate the biggest dick
Cohen
in this
ate the-
whole
yeah,
thing.
you're right.
He ate the biggest. He was the biggest sleaze fucking, backstabber, and he got, neither side likes him. Everybody's just like, ew, get out of here. Like, Cohen got fucking shat on. It's amazing.
And if Cohen would have been a soldier, he would have got a pardon.
Yeah.
The special counsel's
And you know
obtained-
what? Even if he never got his law license back, he would have got a pardon, and he would have made a lot of money on Fox News.
Oh, yeah.
What's your last
a
name?
number
Yeah,
of
you're right.
indictments and convictions of individuals and entities in connection with his investigation, all of which have been publicly disclosed. During the course of the investigation, special counsel also referred several matters to other offices for further action. The report does not recommend any further indictments, nor did the special counsel obtain any sealed indictments that have yet to be made public. That is key. Below, I summarize the principal conclusions.
All that bullshit. All that bullshit about individual one and sealed indictments, and they were ready to go. They just needed to wait for the right moment. It's all bullshit.
There is so many people.
You know, you leftist conspiracy theorists have really got to relax. I mean, get a grip on
Seriously.
on reality. Bunch of crazy, wacky tinfoil hat folks. Yeah, Russia hacked the fucking paper ballots. Yeah, okay, guys.
Yeah, sure. Uh-huh. What's next? Trump wasn't born in this country. You want to see his birth certificate? You birthers?
How great would that be?
That'll be the next
I
thing.
want to see Trump's birth certificate.
In the special counsel's report, the next section is titled Russian Interference in the 2016 Presidential Election. The special counsel's report is divided into two parts. The first describes the results of the special counsel's investigation into Russia's interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election.
Waving at each
the
other.
report outlines the
Hey,
Russian
sup?
effort.
Hey, Bob. Just getting off the plane. See you in a minute.
To influence the election and documentation crimes committed by persons associated with the Russian government in connection with those efforts. The report further explains that a primary consideration for the special counsel's investigation was whether any Americans, including individuals associated with the Trump campaign, join the Russian conspiracies to influence the election, which would be a federal crime. The special counsel's investigation did not find that Trump campaign or anyone associated with it conspired or coordinated with Russia in its efforts to influence the 2016 presidential election.
Let me tell you something. Sorry, something's up with YouTube that's kind of shady. So I was just trying to pull up because I saw on Facebook the Rachel Maddow reaction, her crying, Chris Matthews losing it and fucking shitting on Mueller. I'm searching Rachel Maddow Mueller report and going, this week, filtering this week, nothing. Chris Matthews reaction, nothing. And I know how to search on YouTube, obviously. I do it on the fly.
I mean, it would be up to MSNBC if they even wanted to upload that stuff. I don't think it's YouTube. I think it's MSNBC. I think they're just like, we're not going to put.
But there's nobody else that's up. You know what I mean? Like, I can't find anybody else that uploaded it.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're probably hitting people with copyright strikes.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Because she was crying?
It paints them in a negative light, yeah, because they don't like the fact that they're already very prominently in that election night meltdown collage montage.
Here, I found this. I did find this. So here's one of the reactions. So obviously the Mueller report found no collusion, no obstruction, according to Barr. This was one of the reactions from MSNBC.
Tonight
she had just been crying. You could tell. Look at her eyes. She had just been crying. That is a woman who just cried.
Got a joint statement from the 6 Democratic committee chairs in the House who have equities in this fight, from Intelligence, Judiciary, Oversight, Finance, Foreign Affairs, and Ways and Means. Quote, the Justice Department must now release to the public the entire report submitted by special counsel.
They need something, anything.
They should. You know what? They should release the whole thing. And then you know what else they should do? They should release the FISA warrant as well. They should show what they used to get the warrant. Why don't they do that? Why don't we release that as well?
Counsel Mueller to the Attorney General.
You know, now
to
that
ensure
this is
Congress
over,
can
Trump
discharge
could do that.
Oh, yeah, he could declassify the whole thing.
Now it wouldn't be politically motivated. They would go, you're trying to fuck up the investigation. Once the investigation's concluded, you can't say he's trying to interfere with anything. He could just go, yeah, I really think the American people need to know. People would flip.
Oh, absolutely.
Constitutional responsibilities. We also expect the underlying evidence uncovered during the course of the special counsel's investigation will be turned over to the relevant.
No, that was this. That was me by mistake.
Okay, I thought I heard Tucker.
It does sound like they're both men. I did find this.
Okay.
To do that Bill Barr stopped Mueller from doing. And that's fascinating. Everybody would like to hear that from Robert Mueller as well as from Bill Barr. But at this point, it's only Bill Barr who is speaking.
So isn't this just... Shouldn't this make normies distrust the media when they're that unable
emotionally
to
invested?
Control their bias?
They're emotionally invested, yeah.
But they're to the point where it's unhealthy. Like, I root for things and against things too. And we might come in and do a victory lap some days, and we might come in and be upset and angry other days. But when you're crying, it's like, wow, you shouldn't be allowed to present this stuff. You shouldn't.
Relevant committees of Congress upon request. The underlying evidence. To be clear, if the special counsel has reason to believe that the president has engaged in criminal or other serious misconduct, then the Justice Department has an obligation not to conceal such information. Because the Justice Department maintains that a sitting president cannot be indicted, to then withhold evidence of wrongdoing from Congress because a sitting president cannot be charged is to convert Justice Department policy into the means for a cover-up. Anything less than full transparency would raise serious...
Trump is in some of the more serious trouble I've ever seen him in history in terms of with his own base. And you cocksuckers are still going to blow this. Like, you guys are going to... The Democrats are going to blow themselves the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
Twice.
Oh, yeah.
Like, do you understand? Trump has been giving you every chance to catch up. Like, Trump has not been perfect. He has made a lot of blunders.
Of course.
Enough that you guys could actually start hitting him on certain things and splitting his base up. But you guys just went full tinfoil. You like the MSM has gone full InfoWars, and they're teaming with platforms so that they can crush platforms like InfoWars and go, well, Alex Jones is crazy and he makes up crazy theories about these things. And like, but they've gone full retard. And you're going to get Trump elected again, even though a lot of us are very cool on Trump. Yeah, like Trump has been overly Israel first lately. I'm really getting annoyed at Trump's Israel dick sucking.
Yeah,
it's
I
getting
agree.
really annoying, and I'm getting very cool on Trump because I don't have my wall yet. But I'm still going to vote for Trump.
Yeah, but that's my point. Do you understand how cold you would have to get on him? Because everything they're doing is so much worse. They're handing him the election on a silver platter. They're going, here you go, my friend. Because what happens now is, here's what's going to happen. Because they've already said it. Schiff's already said it. Feinstein's already said it. But there's going to be more investigations. And at that point, statistically speaking, the normies are going to go, but 2 years, but why?
And you spent 2 years talking about how if anybody's going to get this, it's Robert Mueller. Mm-hmm. He's the man. He's the Agent 47 prosecutorial fucking leaders.
Yeah, he's the dude.
He was the guy. So he was coming in like the wolf from fucking Pulp Fiction, and this was it. So who are you going to get now? You got to sell us on a new team of people? Like, you guys were like, Mueller's a goddamn he's a soldier, bro. He's going to kill it. And he's like, yeah, I'm telling you, that's it. We got what we can get.
It was very telling, too, that we kind of knew it was going this way when the Cohen thing came out, and Mueller, who's never broken the silence, remember when they said that Cohen directed Trump to get votes from Russia or something like that? That BuzzFeed article that everyone flipped out about. And Mueller came out and he goes, that never happened. That's not something that we said. And we should have seen it coming. But they're losing their minds now because everyone's saying, well, wait till the report's released. Even if the report's released tomorrow, right now they release it.
They concluded that whole report with,
correct,
there will be no further indictments.
That is. And if there's no indictments of Trump, and some people go, you can't indict a sitting president. You're right, you can't.
They got, what, 6 guys? Or 7 guys?
Yeah, but 6.
They got 6 dudes for, like, all this...
process crimes.
All this other shit,
the people that they got for these process crimes were people that would have never been a crime if the report didn't happen. That's
the thing, yeah.
That's this weird... It's a process crime, which means and a lot of these things are bullshit because some of them is people that forgot. Like, they grill you and you forget something, and then they go, actually, we have your emails, and you did say this. And you're like, I don't remember every email I sent. So they, a week ago, they were already saying, he's coming in, man. Mueller's coming with that report. And the reason Mueller didn't release the report during the North Korea summit was because there's something in there, and they don't want to ruin nuclear peace. And then it comes out, it's like, they think there's going to be a gotcha in the report. The report's not going to have everything. You see, I've seen news stories running today. Well, Trump not indicted, but it doesn't exonerate him.
And by the way,
stupid. The purpose of this report of any investigation isn't to exonerate. If you know anything about prosecution, there's a lot of people. O.J. Simpson's a good example. Somebody who was found not guilty but was not exonerated in his trial. Being exonerated and being found not guilty are two different things. This is a prosecutor. The way the prosecution works is either you have enough to mount a legal case against him or you don't. And they don't. That's what happened. Doesn't matter what's in that report. If there's no indictments, you fucked. And remember, this went from, we had people on the news and people in Congress that used the term Trump is an agent of Russia. Remember, we've seen
blatantly said it.
An agent of Russia. You guys are losing your minds and you're eating yourselves in your own party. I can't look. You'll say this: the Fed already said he's not raising interest rates anymore this year.
Well, they will.
Well, no, they're not. They're really not. They're not raising it this year.
Before the election, they're going to do it.
You think so?
They're fucked. Who told you that? Who said the Fed? Who runs the Fed?
No, I know, but I don't want to say it because then Hammy will leave.
You believe those Feds?
No, I guess you're right. Let's just finish this off.
There's one thing these Feds love. It's interest rates. Sorry.
Evidence to be handed over to the relevant committees. Joining us now is Congressman Adam Schiff, the chairman of the Intelligence Committee in the House. Sir, it is
He's so mad.
Great to have you with us tonight.
He's so mad. This is a man who just was yelling at somebody.
Thank you for being here. I just have to ask you top line what you make of this development today. Attorney General Barr's letter, what he has explained and what it suggests to you about the process.
Well, what I make of it is this is the logical conclusion of the special counsel's work, that other aspects of the investigation will be farmed out to either Main Justice or the Southern District or other elements of the Justice Department. But he's finished his core responsibility, and now he's made a fulsome report, and that report needs to be made public. The Attorney General...
It will be. Stop. Because I hear this. The report's going to be made public. You can relax. I promise you the report's going to be made public. But you hear him already saying, well, it's going to be farmed out. What do you mean? No, that's not how this works. You know who's seen this report? He's seen this report.
Of course.
Adam Schiff's seen this report. Obviously, he's intelligence. He's seen it.
Committed to making as much of it public as was consistent with law or policy. If he's true to that, it means the entire thing. And we're going to insist upon it. And as the letter that you quoted points...
But also the FISA warrant, right?
I don't want that. I want that FISA warrant.
No, I'm fine. The report should come out with the FISA warrant, though. I want to see what started this.
Perhaps even greater importance, the Congress is going to need the underlying evidence, because some of that evidence may go to the compromise of the president or people around him that poses a real threat to our national security, and we need to know it if that's the case.
But there's no indictments. If any of that in a 2-year investigation was possible, people would have been indicted for it. You're fucking circle talking and you know it. Do you understand? The Democrats took such an L. I don't think, and I mean this sincerely, I don't think they could recover from this year. I don't think they can recover. If they continue, if they don't let it go, if they continue needling, how are they going to recover from this?
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say it. Any response I have would be it's too edgy. But I mean, they still have like a lot of minorities and shit fooled. So it's always a numbers game. It's always a demographic numbers and fucking district game. So we'll see. Hopefully, it's gonna keep everybody in them cities.
All right. One more fun thing that we get, because before we go to break real quick, this one's also a fun story. Hey, you want...
All right, that's really funny.
You want to see some...
Holy shit, Donald Trump Jr. has to be... you were when I got up today, Royce was like, Jesus, man, Trump's had a great fucking weekend, huh?
Yes.
And I'm like, he has, but are we really understating what a great weekend Donald Trump Jr. has had?
Oh,
because everyone pretty much guaranteed that even if Trump wasn't indicted on anything, they were going to get Donald Jr. And Donald Jr.'s just fucking hanging out, like Royce was here, probably at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, chilling.
Fucking just chilling, having a fruity drink
having
now.
A mojito.
Enjoying his divorce.
Yeah.
I'm a free man in so many ways. And this son of a bitch, the icing on the cake is that he got arrested today. Oh, this is
Michael Avenatti tweeted, October 11, 2018. Donald Trump Jr. will be indicted before his birthday on 12/31/18. If you doubt my prediction, please check my record over the last 7 months. #winning. Associated Press from today. Breaking. Federal prosecutors charged Trump critic Michael Avenatti with extortion, bank, and wire fraud and place him under arrest.
Yeah, dude, he's about to eat so much shit. I mean, he's had a bad year. He's been losing cases.
The wife, the wife beating thing.
Remember, he got evicted from his offices because he didn't pay them, and then he was like, there was some bankruptcy thing. Like, he's broke. He's beyond broke, and this is part of that.
It's developing with regard to Nike shares. First of all, I'll point your attention to what's happening with the stock, which is rebounding. The reason why is because celebrity lawyer Michael Avenatti, who's most known for formerly representing adult film actress.
So
Stormy
he's
Daniels.
going to, bro, I'm sorry, Paul. He's going to end up getting charged with securities.
That
too.
is correct.
His
Look at the
tweet
stock.
did that to the stock today.
Look at it.
Dude, his tweet did that much to the stock earlier?
Yeah, it dropped it, and that's you're right. That's
a scary thing.
That is legit prison time thing. That's not fucking around prison time thing.
The reason why is because celebrity lawyer Michael Avenatti, who's most known.
By the way, guys, let me help you out real quick. If you're into stock, buy Nike now.
Well, not.
Well, you're right. Goddamn, buy Nike. You know what? Buy Nike 2 hours ago. If you're in a time machine, buy Nike 2 hours ago.
For formerly representing adult film actress Stormy Daniels in her lawsuit against Donald Trump, earlier tweeted out that he was going to be holding a press conference to put some allegations forward against Nike. Well, it turns out now that Michael Avenatti has been arrested. And among the charges that the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York is levying or alleging is that on or about March 19th of this year, Michael Avenatti and a cooperating client met with attorneys for Nike and threatened to release damaging information regarding Nike if Nike did not agree to make multi-million-dollar payments to Avenatti and this cooperating client, and to make an additional $1.5 million payment to an individual Avenatti claimed to represent.
It's extortion.
This is straight up extortion. But I'm telling you, I didn't even think of this, but when he just did that with Twitter, he just fucked up, because that's going to be they got you on the thing, because they've been investigating him for 6 days.
Yeah.
Since Nike just went straight to the feds.
You were telling me you were thinking they were waiting for him to tweet it.
Yeah,
just waiting for it.
They were. They picked him up. They were outside of the. He was. I read the article earlier. I love this case, by the way.
I have the
was
article.
obsessed with
We'll
this.
read it in a second.
So this fuck was in the offices of the Nike lawyers, and they were meeting with those guys, and he tweeted that out from the office, right? The feds grabbed him immediately after the tweet. So that means they were just sitting outside that office waiting for the meeting to take place. And then when he did that, they were like, all right, we'll call the SEC, tell them to have charges by next week. We're going to go grab them now. So they grabbed him for the shit they originally, I bet you they were like, let's wait and see to see what he does.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they probably wanted him on tape or something. And this dumb asshole tweeted that. And they were like, oh my God, we got him on stock manipulation too. Go get him right now. And now the feds are having it. Everybody's having it. Like, if you like legitimate, like, justice being done, today's a good week. Now, I'm not going to get too high on it, because this is a fucking hell world that we're living in.
Of course.
There's still going to be bad news to come, but man, what a great weekend.
Yeah.
It'll come right into Monday. This dumb asshole's going to do like 20 years.
What's interesting about this is in these allegations, the Southern District of New York and the U.S. Attorney also say that Avenatti stated with respect to his demands of payment that if those demands were not met, quote, I'll go take $10 billion off your client, Nike's, market cap. I'm not expletiving around. So
can I just,
What? Are you fucking serious right now?
Can I be honest with you? I really think that he's broken. Like, what did I say before we even got into this? That he's been broke. He's getting like this was. Remember, he had the domestic violence thing. Then his wife filed some shit now. Like, he is at that point where I think he's just at that desperation level where he just was like one last big swing and a miss, and now that's it for you, man. Jackie Rose has a very good point too. That's her opinion. It's just maybe a theory that he's on drugs, maybe.
You think so?
Yeah, look at that fucking. That's not the behavior of even a good lawyer that it would extort Nike. would have done it a little bit more carefully than, I'll knock your fucking market cap down, you piece of shit. Like, okay, go calm him down, please.
So all of this playing out right now with regard to Nike shares, but an interesting development here only because of the high-profile nature of everything that's going on with college recruiting and everything else. We'll keep an eye on what's happening right here, but we do know that Michael Avenatti has been arrested and that the U.S.
Mike Carter in the chat says, Avenatti has balls, but he just sucks at everything.
Yes.
It's like those old Italian guys that you knew growing up that just had giant balls and not much of anything else. You know, yeah, but it comes in handy when you're in a pinch.
Celebrity lawyer Michael Avenatti was arrested Monday in New York City on charges of trying to extort up to $25 million from Nike by threatening to reveal the claims that the company employs authorized payments to families of top high school basketball players. Avenatti also was separately charged in a second federal case in Los Angeles with embezzling a client's money in order to pay his own expenses and debts and those of his law firm and coffee company. He has a coffee company, and of defrauding a bank in Mississippi. The famously aggressive litigator gained widespread notoriety. We know, blah, 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 blah. It's okay. Daniels replaced Avenatti. Daniels in a statement released by lawyers. Clark Brewster told CNN, knowing what I know now about Michael, I'm saddened but not shocked. Oh, Stormy Daniels said in a statement. That was Stormy Daniels. Knowing what I know about Michael, I'm saddened but not shocked regarding his arrest. I make the decision weeks ago to terminate Michael's services after discovering that he was dealt with extremely dishonestly, and I will have my own announcements coming soon. Avenatti, 45, was arrested in Midtown Manhattan at the law offices of Boyce, Schiller, and Flexner at 12:30 p.m. Eastern by FBI agents about 15 minutes after he tweeted that he would be disclosing a high-bid school and college basketball scandal perpetuated by Nike that he supposedly had uncovered. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., he will be holding a press conference to disclose it. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so they got him, and I'm wondering what stuff he might have had. You know, maybe Nike was doing these things, but that's not the point.
I'm telling you right now, he's going to end up now getting he's going to get charged with some sort of, like, as soon as they arrested him and brought him in, I'll bet you dollars to donuts that they contacted the SEC and they were like, yeah, did he do anything? Did he do anything that would break your rules? And I guarantee you the SEC sitting there going, oh, we want these headlines too. Because that's how you get your funding. You should get a nice big fucking case like this. And then you can, next year when you're doing your budgeting, you'll be like, hey, look, we're doing big thing. We got Michael Avenatti, So, yeah, the SEC right now is trying to go, did he break any law? And he definitely broke some laws. Because what he did there was basically harm tons of investors so that he can make his point to Nike. The SEC's not going to let him get away with that because that tweet affected the market, and that's, that you don't do that shit because that's all he did. He basically wanted to go, you see, cocksucker, one tweet and you're down $3. You want to fuck around with me? And they were like, and somebody in the van was like, all right, go pick him up.
Get him now, please.
Get him now. He does any damage to the fucking stock market.
All right, we have to go to break. Before we go into the live reads, I did want to again plug this. This is supports David's fight against cancer. One of our listeners' cousins is 19 years old, has testicular cancer that got into his bladder, got into his stomach. It's horrendous, and he has a GoFundMe up to help him. He doesn't have insurance, so of course we always stout on this show about how shitty socialized healthcare is. Well, let's show people that they don't fucking need it. By helping people out when they're down. So anything you could do to help would be great. I'm posting the link there, and I'm posting the link in the description of the video. And moving on now to get protected online by going to revengeofthecis.com/XPN. That's pro XPN. That'll get you a VPN service. It'll get you protection. You'll help us out. We'll help you out. Everybody will be happy. And, of course, help us out directly. Patreon.com/wearenotsorry. Become a patron. That's the best way to support the show. Update on the Feld thing, by the way. They have until midnight tonight to respond with legal action. And if not, according to YouTube, we will be getting our videos back and our copyright strike removed by tomorrow. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll let you guys know. I want to say we'll be live on the main channel, but it takes, as LA Werewolf said, 24 hours for the Jew to wear off. We'll be back. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Revenge of the Cis.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Cis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, Their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mercer are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
If we want to make money, we need to
honor ancient Irish traditions, like serving an irresponsible amount of booze to people who are genetically predisposed to having alcohol problems. You see, St. Patrick started that tradition, and that's why we celebrate him today.
Yeah, no, that's not what he did. No, he played the flute for some kids, and then he lured them into a cave somewhere, and he diddled them.
Now, you got him mixed up with the Pied Piper.
Right.
St. Patrick didn't play the flute. He drove the kids out of Ireland, and then he molested them.
No, if St. Patrick molested kids, he would be regarded as a scoundrel.
No. I feel like in the olden days of the Catholic Church, pedophiles were regarded as heroes.
All right, look, guys, St. Patrick didn't do any of that shit, okay? He drove the snakes out of Ireland.
I don't know about all this. I kind of want to just do the traditional thing of, like, sticking around the bar and trying to catch the leprechaun.
The leprechaun thing again.
Stop, guys, I'm going to catch him. I'm, like, this close.
You're not going to catch him because he doesn't exist.
Please, dude, you know what? I don't even know if I've set up my flute traps for him yet.
Charlie, enough with the leprechaun.
Okay, wait.
I mean, can you believe him? Who
so
cares?
stupid.
Look, I'm trying to. You know
Single
what?
year.
Actually, I might want to get myself a flute.
I was thinking the
We've
same
been
thing.
talking. You were?
I was thinking the same thing.
Because I feel like it's
I know we're kind of old.
Go get a flute. Go get a flute. Yeah. Go get a flute. Everybody, go get a flute.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis, back Monday. We were recharged, re-energized.
Are we?
No, Mike was taking vitamins downstairs like an old lady. He was like, "Do you have any vitamins?" My
Yeah, I took
lumbago was
vitamins.
acting up.
Vitamin C through K.
Yeah, I did have all of them. I had all the vitamins packed up.
I can feel it. I'm getting hit.
Yeah.
With something. I don't think it's I'm usually pretty good at predicting this stuff. I know my body pretty well. I think I'm just gonna get blasted with like a really nasty like 2-day cold, but I'm not getting like the flu or anything bad, but I can just feel myself getting like, ugh, yeah, you're gonna get a little of that, that flying and being around gross people. And you get
I get sometimes like a 24-hour after being on an airplane sickness, and I don't think it's because I don't rest correctly or because you're just around. I don't know.
I was boozing at the airport.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
Yeah. We have some fun stuff for you, Mike. You missed a lot of stuff. Baked Alaska has a new video.
Yeah, I heard that guy Cog talking about it briefly, but I was like, it showed up in my videos while I was up in New York, and I really disconnected from all that. I was like, I couldn't care less about any of these people.
Oh, Judo wants to know, do you think maybe you got syphilis from Miami? Is that possible?
It's doubtful.
It's doubtful? Okay, good.
Yeah, syphilis wouldn't. I don't think syphilis would have.
Fast acting?
Would have manifested itself as the way it is now. This just feels like this feels very typical for just a trip, and you're like, ugh.
Well, Baked Alaska.
Oh, and it was snowing. I forgot to tell people it was snowing in New York. So I went from...
Was it really?
Yeah, I was sitting on a balcony in Miami at Sunny Isles Beach. It was like 87 degrees.
Beautiful.
And then I immediately flew to a place where it was snowing, and I did not have any winter clothes. So yeah, there's a reason why I'm sick.
By the way, I can't play it on the show because it'll get a copyright because of the music, but I did put it up on the channel, demonetized. Fate of Kings. Did you saw that 5-minute trailer he made of us in Miami? No. Okay, watch it. I can't play it on the show, but watch it after the show. It's really well done. Baked Alaska. Baked Alaska trying to get himself some more. By the way, nice. This guy has a unibrow and he fucking gets it taken care of. You could tell. All right, Baked. Let's see what you have to say about the New Zealand shooting.
Hey guys, what's going on? Baked Alaska here. I wanted to talk to you guys about something a little more serious today. Today I want to talk to you guys.
Oh my God, first of all, he has no charisma. Second of all, is he now doing just standard YouTube
He's
jump
doing
cut
the
videos?
Philly DeFranco style. Yep. I'm glad you picked that up.
This is the
I
gay
picked the
shit.
same thing up.
This is so gay and it's so insincere and it's already so insincere. Like if somebody started talking to me in this tone, I'd be like, "You're full of shit. I don't even know what you're about to say, but you're lying. You're a lying liar."
About the New Zealand shooting. It's a little late to talk about, but I feel like better late than never. A lot of people are talking about whether the shooter was left.
Hey guys, a lot of people have been asking me about the mosque shootings.
No one's been asking you,
Hey
studio.
guys, a lot of people have been asking me, should I remove kebab? And I'm like, no. Should you subscribe to PewDiePie?
Yeah, no one's been asking you, studio apartment.
I do not like how Candace Owens just skated in this whole thing.
He looks like he lives at one of those extended stay hotels.
He's had that same apartment since his meltdown.
But doesn't it look like an extended stay hotel with a tiny little kitchen nook?
It really is like yeah.
A lot of people are talking about whether the shooter was left wing or right wing, and I just found that really strange because to me, all the signs are there that this guy is clearly a right wing extremist. He had a black sun, which is a white supremacist symbol, on the front of his military vest. I mean, I think it was clear as day. This guy was saying things like the 14 words and going on 8chan, 4chan.
Following people like Baked Alaska. Like, what? How dare you, sir?
Right-wing sites, not to mention he used very similar lingo as Richard Spencer, who we've been calling far-right for many years.
Who you had on your show every time it benefited you when you made money on Super Chats. A guy that you tried to attach yourself to like a bloated deer tick.
Didn't Bake say the 14 words a couple times on his
Of
stream?
course.
So what is this fuck? Well, sorry.
Let's turning over a new leaf, bro.
So why is it now the right wing is trying to make this guy left? Now, I can understand why the right wing is trying to use these optics, but it's not truthful. If you guys don't know, I recently...
Did you notice he's doing the Crowder sincere voice? He's being more
What did I say? As soon as you hit play, I said, I don't even know what you're about to say. But if you sat to me and talked to me like this, I'd be like, you're full of shit. I don't know what you're about to say. But whatever it is,
just
I
like
don't
Crowder.
left the alt-right, and I feel like it's my responsibility and duty
He
to
left
give a
them.
more...
You see, he left them, bro.
You know,
he left them.
We
dude.
were privileged enough to be on air when we saw him be ritualistically booted out.
It's like, bro, look, I'm saying, like, you know, whatever. People are saying she dumped me, and I'm like, it was mutual. It was a mutual thing. We both arrived at the conclusion that I should leave my own house and stay in a hotel. But there was like a thing we decided on.
But Bake, didn't she fuck your brother?
But you know, but we were cool. Like we were working that out. It was mutual. It was mutual.
Weren't you raising your stepson?
I can't admit that I was dumped. Okay.
If you guys don't know, I recently left the alt-right, and I feel
that's
like
another one. Paul Hunt in the chat. I didn't get fired. I quit.
Exactly.
Told them I'm out of here. Yeah, you told them after they gave you a pink slip.
Yeah.
my responsibility and duty to give a more honest take on the situation. Now, a lot of conservative pundits have talked about gun control, immigration, or have plainly just made it about themselves.
I hate people that mispronounce pundits. They say pundits.
Yeah, pundits.
Pundits.
It's pronounced nuclear.
Pundits. Like, you ever just look at a word and just go, I need to know how to say this word on account of I fucking speak for a living.
Porcelain. The fucking audacity of this nigga.
Guys, I want to talk about how adopting alt-right imagery for your public persona is a bad thing. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Baked Alaska. Holy shit. I would like, could you imagine if they were like, you just went on and you saw a video and you're like, hi guys, I'm Vic Berger, and I want to talk to you about how it's not cool to manipulate videos ironically and look like a pedophile. And you'd go, but you do those things. You look like a pedophile, sir. How dare you?
But there's something about the situation we can't overlook. And that's that this shooting was highly influenced by internet online meme culture. And I know, because I've been sucked into that same culture. I regret ever contributing...
I knew Mike was going to like this video. He's on the floor. He's literally rolling on the floor. He's literally rolling on the floor as we speak.
Oh, no.
He's literally rolling on the floor.
No, he's not.
He's on the floor rolling.
No, he's not.
I've never seen someone in real life roll on the floor and laugh.
Oh my goodness. No, Baked. No. We are not going to do this. We are not going to do this. You lying faggot, you piece of shit. We knew who you were before anyone knew who fucking Richard Spencer was. You little self-aggrandizing white rapper fucking twat. You human dumpster fire. You cocksucker. You were in on the alt-right thing and you attached yourself to it so early on that there's no way you could pretend like you got swept up in something. You fucking scumbag. You piece of shit.
You know who I think is even looks worse in all this? Ashton Birdie.
Well,
Ashton Birdie lets him come inside her.
Well, yeah, probably.
That's worse. That's got to be worse. Being a loser sucks. Letting a loser come in you? That's worse.
Yeah, but letting losers come in you is kind of common for millennials. The only
That's
problem
a good
is it's just like high profile.
Yeah, and to be fair, Ashton Birdie's had more e-celebs in her than VidCon, so, you know.
How dare this motherfucker, this cocksucker who worked for Milo and Cernovich and helped to subvert the fringe right and make it a little thing that they could profit from. You scumbag. You're only here pleading for another chance because you blew it. You blew everything. You got nothing right. Oh, I hate this guy.
Anything to that culture, but I'm not going to pretend like this shooting is something that it wasn't. And while I didn't directly influence the shooter, we have to recognize...
No, but hold on. If we're going to use your logic, maybe you did. You were part of that meme culture. You maybe made some of the memes. How do you know, Baked? I mean, how do you know that it wasn't your meme that did it? Maybe he heard Trump is my president one too many times.
Yeah, bro.
What sort of meme culture did influence him. It was so obvious that this guy was radicalized by the alt-right and
Baked. Oh, Baked. Wow, you are fucking desperate, huh?
Yeah.
He is so desperate for them to take. He wants to go back to BuzzFeed.
He does. Oh, absolutely. That's what people have. A lot of people have been saying that same thing. That he's angling to get back into the norm for BuzzFeed to like a redemption arc. Like this is a redemption arc. Like he went through the depths and he was a Kilstein. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to pull a Jamie Kilstein.
He's
a reverse Jamie Kilstein, I guess.
He's gonna end up like Kilstein though,
with fucking people accusing him of rape.
Well, that, and then he does like little miniature adult karate, as Nick Mullen called it. He did adult karate to feel better about himself. Adult karate is
very
the
funny.
most condescending thing to call MMA. It really is. Like MMA or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you'd be like, oh, you're going to your adult karate class? Oh, it makes people mad. And then they will strangle you and break your arm.
Became a right-wing extremist. Everything he does is the 101 playbook for right-wing extremists, and I know because I've hung around these guys in the past. He had the 14 words on his rifle. He put his manifesto on 8chan full of memes and edgy posting. And I know exactly what this is. I'm calling it out for what it is. This guy was a white supremacist.
I hope the left just all goes. Baked Alaska admits he's a Nazi, and that's the only story that comes out of this. And everybody just moves on.
Yep.
The last footnote in Baked Alaska's history. The last write-up he ever gets in the media. Baked Alaska comes clean, admits he's a Nazi, but they say nothing about a redemption arc, and they all just go away.
What's up with his hair?
Okay. He was alt-right, he was a right-wing extremist, and he killed a ton of innocent people, which is tragically wrong, and I'm going to call it for what it is. I also think I see people on the right wing diverting attention and saying, oh, well, what about the Christians getting killed here? What about these people getting killed here? And while those are tragedies as well, we need to focus on these victims right now and call this attack what it was and find ways how we can de-radicalize people and get...
Your pupils are really dilated, Baked. I just want to point that out.
People to not act out in these violent ways when they were starting out just doing memes and having fun, and it turned into something extremely hateful. And I feel called to do something about this.
Called. Because everybody, the media can't move on until they know what Bake thinks.
No, a lot of people have actually been saying, like, when I was up in New York, that's all New York was talking about.
Really? Was what's Bake think?
Like, I was literally smoking cool cigarettes with a bunch of hood black dudes. Okay. On my last day, it was actually a really great way to leave Queens. And that's all they were saying. They were like, yo, dog, like, the only thing I don't get, man, is like, what does Baked Alaska have to say about this?
Yeah, it was weird. It's weird that they did that. And then they robbed you, right?
No, they were actually super nice.
Oh, that's weird.
They let me buy the last 2 cools off this guy, and then I smoked my one-hitter with him. And then I gave my one-hitter off to this, like, homeless dude that had a little bit of weed left. Because he was like, do you have one more cigarette? And I was like, I don't, but I got to get out of plane. You want this one-hitter and some weed?
You know what would have been a good bit? When they lent you the cools, you talk like Billy Crystal's that jazz singer character. To them the rest
Dude,
of
I
the
was a
week?
man of the people on South Fifth Avenue.
Really?
It was dope. Yeah,
Yeah,
they were very
nice.
cool to me. And I, like, as soon as I went up to him and I was like, "Yo, do you guys know a store that sells Lucy's?" They were like, and I was wearing my blue jacket, like I was dressed nice for my flight, and I had my suitcases. And I'm like, "Yeah, you guys are wearing like Lucy's?" And they were just like, "Nah, man, the stores started getting hit really bad for that." And the guy sold me these last two, and they were just like, they lit up when I told them. I was like, "Yeah, I used to live in Richmond Hill," and they were like, "Oh shit!" And like, yeah, then we hung out for a little bit, and then I gave off like. I smoked with them, and then I had one nug left, and I packed it in the one hitter, and there was like a homeless dude, and he was like, "Do you have a cigarette?" And I was like, "Nah, but one hitter and some weed hanging on playing." And he was like, "Oh shit, thanks, man." And I just left the hood.
Nice.
And I was like, "Man, I miss the hood. Streets still love me." It's people like Gabe that don't. But anyway, I'm sorry, Baked.
No,
Yeah,
so we're
you
saying
still
Baked?
got love in the hood too, Baked. I'm sure.
The thing is, this person probably started out just saying jokes and doing memes online, but it escalated and these jokes became his reality. Next thing you know, he's posting an actual manifesto on 8chan saying he's going to kill a bunch of people, and there's a bunch of other right-wing people cheering him on still to this day. We need to start calling this out for what it is. White supremacy, racism, and...
Bake, no.
Yeah, you got to call it out for what it is, man. There's one thing that Bake has been consistent about. White supremacy is wrong.
Top 10 anime betrayals right there, ladies and gentlemen.
extremist illusion of reality. It's okay to make funny jokes. It's okay to make funny memes. And yes, subscribe to PewDiePie. But we need to start educating people the difference between internet culture and reality.
I like how Baked is just actually at the end now. He's just taking like basically the live show I did of Nightwave, the last 2 minutes of that show before right after the New Zealand shooting. He's just basically trying to do the same thing. Hey man, let's just be like. Is he just? I think you're watching me, Baked. Are you watching me?
Come on, Baked.
He's watching me, or probably his girl's still
Before
watching.
things go way out of hand like they did in New
Oh yeah, she is.
New Zealand. A huge reason I left the alt-right is because these
You
jokes
didn't
started
leave.
to distort my reality, and I bought into a lot of bad ideas that I had no idea I was even thinking myself. Can
somebody blur Baked's face and change his voice?
Brainwashed.
What?
Can somebody do me a favor and download this video, right, and put a mosaic over Baked's face and drop the pitch of his voice down and like warp it with a voice thing? Because it actually would make a really funny. We could make a really funny Gangland spoof, right? Am I wrong?
Black and white.
We'll make a Gangland spoof. We'll make him a. So anyway, that's why I left the alt-right.
Can somebody-
Because we were shooting up mosques.
Who could do that? Somebody could do that.
When I was a prominent member of the alt-right, people would but leave the flag unblurred because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so famously part of Bake's stupid apartment that you'll go, wait, but
Can
that's
somebody here? I'm going to post it. Can somebody get? No, somebody will do it. You know they will. Somebody get the video.
So
Blur
we
him
started
out.
using toxic rhetoric that actually led to the shooting of synagogues and mosques. So I had to leave the gang.
Yes, please do that for the
and
love
cut
of
in
God.
clips of like Gangland when they
Yeah,
do the close-ups
yeah,
of the tassel.
exactly.
See, Baked, we're gonna make you better again. See what we do? That's what we do.
Cutting clips of Charlottesville, and then with the. Oh, please.
That's what we do. See, Baked, we're gonna take your shit video and we're gonna make it better.
That'll be fucking great.
That's all I can think of after he said, "That's why I left the alt-right." I'm just thinking, "That's why I left the Bartos Logos."
Fat Keck
So it
Boy
made me
says.
kill a family.
Fat Keck Boy says Proud Boys would make a great Gangland episode.
Oh my God!
A fucking
They're
Proud
all
Boys.
fat Mexicans and white guys.
Yes. Oh, you see Tiny on there. All right. You sent me this one. What was? Can you set this?
I got tipped. By the way, you know how you get tagged so much in something that you get mad?
Yeah.
This was the first time in a long time that I got tagged a lot, and it kind of annoyed me, but I was actually very forgiving because I couldn't forgive anybody that wouldn't tag me in this. Like, because everyone tagged me in this, and I was like, well, thank you, because this is something you have to see. So, yeah, yesterday, I guess this was all over Facebook. Alex Jones getting in an argument with some globalist libtards.
At Lucy's Chicken, apparently.
Yeah, it's at some chicken and rib joint, which is great. Just makes it so better. And then Trollita, of course, has been just going like, oh, poor Alex. Like, I love him, but, like, you got to relax with the drinking.
You're a bunch of wimps.
So he's at this chicken restaurant just to set up people listen via
He's giving
podcast.
the Alex Jones version of the Scarface speech.
Right.
You know, they back guys like me.
He was standing there. He's standing up in the middle of the restaurant and giving the business to somebody.
You sit at my table, you're a bunch of wimps.
Oh, and he's also filming.
You're a bunch of cowards, and you're idiots. You think getting in my face makes me feel bad? These people are all sick of your shit. They're Americans. They're not traitors and scum like you. Probably not working in your life. You see that, you big fat stupid slob? You think your ridicule matters to me? You're a follower, you're not a leader.
Hey, when are you due?
What doing your clearing, boy? You ain't tough.
Boy, making fun of his belly. Which, by the way, is fat shaming, you libtards.
You can't fat shame Alex.
Shouldn't be body shaming him. Every size is beautiful, right? And by the way, yeah, I know Alex has put on some weight. He's been stressed. He's had a lot going on. But Alex Jones has probably still fucked most of those kids up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that.
He's always been a guy that's still just, like, thick and in shape. Like, he's like crazy strong.
What do you do, Alex?
I'm a fucking anarchist.
So Crosby goes, good. Well, it's good to know Alex just isn't a character. Yeah, he's just doing this at a chicken place in Austin, Texas.
Hey, you guys still don't think Alex? You guys still think Alex is in control of that position?
Of course he is.
There's still people out there. Alex is my boy. Yeah, I know, but come on. This is.
Come on.
What are you doing?
Come on. Come on.
No.
Down here at Lucy's Chicken in Texas, Austin. You want to point your fingers and call me the bad guy. Well, say hello to the bad guy. No. Give me some goddamn ribs to go, obviously. I'm not going to stay. I'm sorry I've upset you.
Fuck.
Make sure you tip her good. Because that's the girls. And make sure you get extra ranch dressing. Because they forgot it last time. I wasn't happy.
I'm the one who knocks.
He starts doing TV.
Starts doing TV speeches to all of them.
Powerful, punk. You don't want to tell people eat shit. You ain't nothing, boy.
And Alex could actually do the scene from Glengarry where he says, "My watch is worth more than your car."
I don't jack shit. I was already leaving. Go back to your apology tour. Yeah, my apology tour? It's never been more successful. Oh, yeah. Oh, you support censorship? You're not an American? Look at this guy.
I've never been more successful.
All I'm getting in my face. You tell him to leave. He's the one getting in my face. Tell me to leave.
Gorilla goes, to be fair, they probably approached him first.
I
believe that. But, again, Alex, this doesn't help your image, brother.
Just whatever. I'm shooting for my chicken.
Dude, you ain't an American. You're a slob. We never would have founded the country with big-ass wimps like you.
Alex, stop with the fat jokes, man.
Look at you. No, keep them coming. No, you're the one who wants to run your fat, lip-tard mouth.
Oh, come on, Alex. Oh, man, no. He said lip-tard?
The only thing that would have made this video better is Roger Stone trying to pay the bill in the background going, I'm sorry about this.
Giving him extra, taking out a roll and giving him extra 20s.
You can hear Roger Stone in the background going, hey, yeah, here, I'll tip you extra. And hey, you know any of the cooks back there might want to kill a federal judge for me. Just, oh, Alex, I got the camera on.
Hey, huh?
And then agents are just literally waiting at the bar to grab him at any time. He literally threatens a federal judge like once a week now. It's just so dumb.
Guys, everybody calm down.
Come on, Mr. Jones. Look at you over here. No, it's the real world right here.
Oh, but wait a second. All right, we made fun of Alex for 1 minute and 26 seconds. But let's look at the people that were making fun of him here now. Look at these look at this killer's row.
I like 90s gay guy over here.
Yeah, fucking.
You guys are all pissed because you got.
He's wearing a fucking a Jim Varney Ernest fucking jacket.
Can I just say something like straight up to Jack Dorsey and Susan Wojcicki and all these other people?
I don't think that's the name.
Whatever her name is. Give Alex his platforms back. Look what you're doing to this guy.
Yeah,
like,
come
he's
on,
more
man.
of a man. Like Alex and me have a lot in common. If you give him Twitter and pot and blowjobs and stuff, like those, you know what I mean? Like for the most part, they're not going to get in a fight with people. But if you keep taking this shit away, you know, you're so used to this shit. You got to go all the way to Publix and start a fight with somebody.
In the sub aisle.
The fuck are you looking at, libtard? Huh?
I'm trying to get my chicken
How's
tendy
that
sub.
Mueller shit? And they're like, what is your? I don't know. And you're like, I don't know. I can't yell on Twitter and gloat, and I'm kind of sad.
Got extra chromosomes.
right, but wait a second. Look at this guy.
This guy looks pretty cool.
All right, that guy's awesome. Fucking, these guys are disgusting.
I get it. Woo! See, this isn't the internet. This is the real dimension.
This fat guy looks like he's like always the dungeon master.
Always, yeah. He's a dude, yeah.
Nobody knows the 5th edition of the books, bro, except me. So you guys aren't even gonna play right.
Woo! So you libtards don't like free speech.
Stop saying libtarbs, Alex.
America, that's good. So you got it? Don't listen to your NPR and all your other bullshit.
He thinks they listen to NPR. See, Alex, sometimes the king has to retire or sit back on the throne and just let everybody else do the work. Alex, I know this hurts you, but you need somebody like Harrison Smith to just cut loose.
Yeah.
And connect with this. What you're going to do is you're going to go the way of the fucking dinosaur if you insist on using libtards and taking on like and going, you're listening to you crazy kids with your NPR? You crazy kids nowadays with your NPR and your NBC News? Like, Alex, they're not. They're listening to Chapo Trap House. They're listening to Young Turks. Like,
do you know what Mike and I would have done if we were? This would have been so much fun. First off, they wouldn't have been screaming at them. We would have sat at their table while streaming and be like, "So what's up, guys? Let's talk here." And just taking them apart.
Oh yeah, I would have been like, "Hey, everybody, raise your hand if you're single. If you had a single parent growing up. Come on, anybody? Anybody had a single parent?
You?
Did you have a single parent? Did you? I just break down to the point where they snapped.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't scream NPR at them. They're like, NPR?
Mm-hmm.
Do people still listen to the? He doesn't know the references.
No.
You're
too busy in the AOL chat rooms, hanging out with the kids.
Yeah, you're down here, voting for. You want your free health care so you can stay home and play your Sega Genesis. You want to sit around and drink your Ecto Coolers and hanging around. Doing this all night.
With your Ninja Turtle action figures.
Look, I like a little Turtles in Time. I'm not going to lie, but
Yeah.
you got to get to work. You got to learn how to farm.
America in the world is a way.
Add me, myspace.com/Alex Jones.
Listen, I know this is a real gangster's paradise here,
Yeah.
but, what's he doing? Stop it.
Listen to your 112s in Blackstreet.
Hotel, motel, I get it. You're drinking your gin and juices. What have you? What the fuck is he saying?
Out of Touch Alex is my favorite.
Out of Touch, Alex.
It's the best.
What, Alex?
Yeah, Alex Jones.
It's just
yeah.
Alex now. You're kicking back and you're fighting against this Vietnam War and all that, but you gotta get this out of your heads. What the fuck happened to him?
Scum like you and bullies like you. And we're standing up as You know the good thing about you guys, though? You've all got an instinct not to breed. Your body rebels against you, and none of you have kids. We've got two. That's right. Well, you know what? They're all going to rebel against you.
You know what? Sometimes, Alex, you gotta know when to not even start with them. Not for real. I don't think I would ever just take on a whole crowd like that. Like you're never gonna.
Ashton says, I think Alex was day drinking.
I think that's what it was.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I could easily get pulled into something like that.
Yeah.
I think if I was just drinking and I
All
wasn't
day,
really.
yeah. But it's also cringy hearing them call him a snowflake too. This is all cringe fest.
But not really. I really realized, I think Friday night, what a great drunk I am still. Because, I don't usually get drunk. I just drink. But I got drunk on Friday night with Backbencher. And I still just have an instinct to watch my shit. I did lose my phone, which I got back. But for the most part, I still have good overall instincts to not get drawn into things. You know what I mean? I always know where the exits are. Maybe I'm just a fucking psychopath. I never am too comfortable. He just was like, all right, you goddamn libtard snowflakes.
Yeah, apparently person says Rogan was on InfoWars today. I think yesterday. He was on InfoWars yesterday or something. Yeah. I mean, but I
enjoyed your doc, Porcelain. I watched it on I got stuck because they wouldn't let me give me a late checkout to the hotel, and I had hours to kill and nobody to go hang out with. So I stayed in the hotel lobby, just having unlimited coffees until it was time to leave. And that was what I did. I just sat there on my little screen and my headphones on and just watched Porcelain's documentary and looked like a crazy person alone in a lobby just giggling.
It was very well done, really good. I mean, I learned some shit that I didn't know about Rogan, man. Porcelain goes deep.
He dug deep on this one,
Yeah.
so it's really good job.
Yeah. No matter what Base Frequency says, you did great, Porcelain.
I think he's going to be happy.
Joe, if Joe hasn't seen it yet, Joe will see it by this week. I've looked online, and there was a lot of people tagging him in it. So he has to be aware of it. There was a lot of people tagging him in it, so he has to be aware of it. There's a lot of... We've learned that Rogan can't take criticism well. But there's something...
Jackie Rose says, Mersh, I'm still bothered by your friend ditching you. Yeah, I'm bothered too, because it took a fucking $40 Uber there and a $40 Uber back, and he ditched me after 2 hours.
That's
I was
bullshit.
Like, what a cunt.
That really is fucked up.
That really fired me up.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Real cool. So we have a new Freedom Tunes. It's really, really good. But we got a Streamlabs donation, Jussie Smollett's Gay Nose. Just sending my application for the good content, my appreciation for the good content. Thanks for making my hour commute tolerable. Well, thank you, Jussie Smollett's Gay Nose. New Freedom Tunes. This guy's great. He made a new one with the Tim Pool, Joe Rogan interview.
They feel like Twitter is silencing them. And people don't know how to react to this new thing. Like the internet is this new thing that we just got, okay? And we're a bunch of dumb monkeys and we...
Look at Jack's hat. It says, regular guy hat because I'm not out of touch.
That's amazing. His dumb nose ring.
Got this multi-billion-dollar infrastructure
they
that
got her.
just
The white
lets us
jacket and everything. That's great.
shoot our dumb monkey thoughts out into the ether, and whoosh, it's just there. It's just there, and we're still figuring it out.
And Joe, that's word
fucking great.
for word how I first pitched Twitter to the developers.
Nice.
In 2015, you sent a SWAT team to raid the home of a 6-year-old girl because
He looks like a South Park character.
They got the headphone color
Yeah,
right. Remember,
of course.
Remember they had to get those extra headphones
Yep.
for Timmy? Oh, this is great.
sent a SWAT team to raid the home of a 6-year-old girl because she had tweeted out "Pink is for girls" from her mother's phone.
And I'm sure that was a mistake, Tim.
We admit we need to get better at this.
I understand that. But in 2017, when transgender activists tweeted out blueprints for the White House, along with a detailed plan to assassinate the president in a political coup, your only response was to ban people for hate speech when they condemned this behavior.
And Tim, I don't have that case right in front of me, but in the full context of the situation, I'm sure there were good reasons.
Right, but...
He's huffing paint now.
Show the man.
He's going after him.
The perception of Joe lately has not been great.
No.
Do you think if you took a chimp, okay, and you put a chimp on Twitter...
Glue in his nose?
It would become transgender? Like it could actually become the first transgender monkey that we know of on Twitter.
Nitrous.
Jamie, can you pull that up?
Tim, at Twitter, what we want is a free and open forum. And we know that when conservatives are allowed to have their own ideas about gender, free thought can't happen.
That's fair.
We can assure you there is no bias against any political group or opinion on our website.
So why is it that when I tweet "Where all the honey's at" with a selfie, there are no girls in my DMs or replies?
That's very funny.
I love Freedom
She's being mean to everybody.
Freedom Tunes is the man.
She's being mean to
He's the
everybody.
man.
That's a problem that we need to work to solve.
Have you ever tried DMT?
Very well done. That's probably one of the better ones I've seen.
Subscribe to Freedom Tunes, man. He's fucking great. His Jordan P. My favorite one's still the Dave Rubin one. I agree. Regressive.
I just love the pinched way that Tim Pool speaks. Like they got that very well.
Where the honey's at, and no one replied.
I'll give Tim Pool some credit though. His recall ability and his autism is really that was a good interview because like everything was. Well, I have to look. I don't have that in front of me, and he was just constantly on November 28th in 2016. You had a little girl kicked off of Twitter who was in Syria, and you just like, and he just says ever, and you're like, Jesus Christ, he's good. Like I would have never remembered that. I would have been like, yeah. So you Back in fuck.
All right, yes,
fucking edibles.
Yes, failure. I do know you're in town. I'm not ignoring your call. Sorry, my family's in town. I apologize. I'll hit you up after the show. So, okay, this one is. Did you see this lady? So this lady is in a Kroger, I believe in Hamden, Texas, I believe.
Okay.
All right. And there was some altercation that didn't happen on camera, and the people holding the camera are black, just so you know what's going on. So you kind of, that's all you need to know. This woman is in this Kroger with her kids. These are her kids. Okay, so that's the setup.
You were one of those permanently, motherfucker.
Eric.
Go ahead, I will.
Do it.
Sit down. Don't you
threatened
dare
me.
talk to me
You
in front of my
threatened me.
kids like that,
So call the
motherfucker.
Call the cops because you threatened me.
Watch
Please,
this.
it's not even worth it. It's
Watch
not even
it.
worth
It's
it.
right.
I was
It's
on
on
camera.
camera. That's why, because they're
I
fucking
think that's the husband.
dinners and he's taking.
Did you hear what she said?
No.
Okay, just keep an ear out.
Fucking dinners and he's taking.
Whoa.
Oh, don't say that.
Eric. Put your hands on me. Put your hands on me. Come on.
Eric.
Put your hands on me.
I'll
Put them
post it
on me.
online. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. I
Eric,
record
come
this.
on.
Eric. You motherfucker.
Eric.
You motherfucker.
Eric.
I'm a nigger, right?
Eric,
I'm a nigger.
Well, you kind of see what happens, guys. I don't know if you relax. I'll be delicate. I'm just gonna say this, and I'll leave it open. But when somebody calls you the hard N, hitting them is probably
I don't think he
the
hit her. I
worst
think he hit
thing.
her. That's not what happened. I think it looks like he hit her, but she didn't hit her.
Oh, okay.
No. I thought that too, but no. She didn't. What happened was she got close, and I think the wife was trying to pull him
Okay,
away.
that's fair. I just thought, yeah. I
No.
was like-
There was no hitting.
So the wife was even being like, "Let's
The
not
wife,
be hard
I
ends."
think the wife was like,
"Let's not
go.
be hard ends."
So he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah.
I'm a nigger. Motherfucker. That's right. You're a nigger and he's taking. Please. Watch this motherfucker.
Eric, go sit down.
So the woman, that's the wife telling Eric's the black guy filming. Eric, go sit down.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It's very rare. The black woman is the voice of reason.
She is
I had
here,
to
yeah.
yeah. it's usually-
She's really going, hey,
Look,
come
every
down,
time
he's
I've
fine.
ever seen this situation develop in this way, it's usually the black chick that wants to kill them and the husband. Hey, come on.
Right.
Like, we're not, come on. We're not doing this.
That's
Eric, go sit down. Fuck you, nigger.
You're not very...
She spit on the floor and dropped another hard R.
Very classy white woman. She's very representing the race.
Oh, this goes
with a
deeper.
lot of dignity.
Motherfucker. Come on. Motherfucker. You motherfucker.
So now, do you want to see the part? Because that's what happened.
And let me see the news article headline: Black couple arrested in a.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? This is the way it goes in some of those towns. Black couple arrested in grocery store for causing a violent disturbance.
You want to hear her? She called 911, and that's been released. Do you want to hear the 911 call?
She did.
She did. The woman who was dropping
This
the hard.
woman was the fucking.
Yes.
Okay, I
Here you
have
go.
to know this. Please tell me there's an N word in the phone call. Did I ruin it?
There's not one.
Okay, on.
There's several.
Oh shit! Okay.
Strap in, folks,
Oh,
and remember,
no.
I think I'm going to tell you
What
right
the
now.
fuck?
This woman's a racist piece of shit.
Oh, she's hard. Well, it's always people.
Yeah.
The kind of people that will unironically scream nigger at a grocery store
yeah, I know.
are the kind of white people that will spit on the
Exactly.
floor of a grocery store. And you're like, this is fucking disgusting.
She's
What's
a
wrong with you?
racist, but watch this. Connecticut. It's Connecticut.
Yes, my name is Corinne McGovney. I was just in ShopRite of East Haven. I was walking down the center aisle in front of the cash registers, and I turned around to my daughters and I said, "Oh, Jesus Christ." The man in his little scooter said, "Are you talking to me, bitch?" And I said, "No, nigger, I'm not," because he called me a bitch. I called.
So you see
Jesus
what happened.
Christ.
You saw what happened.
So clearly you're being very reasonable here. In this
Even by her own standard, there was a misunderstanding.
That's what I mean. And you
Yeah.
clearly were just being a reasonable woman by screaming no N-word. Fuck. By the way, you know what cops love? You know what 911 loves?
What's that, Mike?
This kind of shit.
Yeah.
when being bothered with a long-winded story about somebody calling someone the N-word. So I was walking into the grocery store. Hi, you want to know how this is supposed to go? Royce, say 911. What's your emergency?
911. What's your emergency?
Oh my God! I've been shot. I'm at 41 Wheeler Avenue. I need you to get here right now, please. I need help now. And then they go. That's not for these sort of things.
Yeah.
So that's one. We got one.
We got one. No, don't worry. This is
nigger. Then he continued to get up and threaten me. So there was spitting going back and forth. He spit on the back of me, and
Can I pause? No, there was not spitting back and forth. We just watched the video.
You spit on him.
You know what that's like? You know what that reminds? This is white women. White women are horrible people, by the way. They're the worst human beings. It's always Cornerstone Carolyn, or you know, it's always like a woman that's like,
of course, it's always
God
a woman,
damn,
yeah.
man. Where the guys are usually just like, you know, whatever. But she's doing what white women do when you go like, they were spitting all over the place, and you're like, did you spit?
Were you the one that spit?
Did they spit, or did you just spit? And then they try to like back it off to, look, there was spitting. I don't know. And you're like, no, so you spit. I hate people like that.
Get ready for it goes.
Somebody better do something the fuck now, because I left there with my kids, which was the smart thing to do, but he was with two fat black bitches, which I won't call niggers because they weren't behaving like.
It's 3, and she won't call them that. She won't call them that.
This has to be like drugs or I've never even trashy people like this is so out of nowhere. God damn.
Niggers. Somebody better do something now, because I am about to flip this fucking switch.
Oh, she hasn't flipped yet. This is her unflipped.
Spitting on a grocery store and calling everyone niggers is not flipping a switch.
No, that's not flipping.
By the way, let's put it into perspective, right? People always, Mersh is crazy, wild guy. If Royce received third-hand news that I was spotted an hour ago in a grocery store, spitting on the floor and calling people niggers, Royce's first thought would be, I think he's flipped a switch.
Yeah,
Maybe he
he's
has
flipped.
snapped.
Yeah, he's lost it.
He's not in a state of mind he's normally known for being in. So he's right. I haven't even snapped yet. Like, that's just like, what?
That fucking place is full of cockroaches, and now I have to deal with being called a bitch in front by a nigger.
There it is! There it is! She said it again! She said it again!
She did the thing. Yeah. Say the phrase, Bart.
Kids? I don't think so. I want an East Haven cop at my fucking house, and I want an East Haven cop arresting that motherfucker for breach of peace. Now.
Okay, where are you?
Where am I?
Yes.
I am home. He is still in ShopRite. My jacket is in the middle of the ShopRite parking lot because
again, where are you?
Spit on it with his dirty, disgusting, AIDS-infested nigger shit.
Whoa! Jesus! Whoa!
Lady, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Can I be honest with you? I'm being honest too, because I know some people that are moderately to normal levels of racist.
Right.
Who are who if they heard this, they'd be going, what is wrong with you?
Fucking wrong with this lady?
I know racist people that would go, what is wrong with this woman?
Home. I'm home. He's at ShopRite. That's the important part.
What is the address?
1172 Quinnipiac Avenue, New Haven.
Okay. We can't send an officer to your address in New Haven?
Of course you can.
So
2 officers are going to deploy.
Right, but she also doesn't live in the city of the ShopRite. She's like a town over. So they're telling her, we can't send cops to your house if you're not in the jurisdiction.
So tell me what can be done to arrest the nigger that assaulted me.
7. With the 7.
Lady!
That's 7.
If the N-bombs were Dragon Balls, she can make a wish right now.
She's a regular Owen Benjamin here.
Yeah, seriously. Lady.
verbally. Because Shaprate said I was racial profiling, but calling me a bitch wasn't racial profiling.
No! It's not!
It has nothing to do. Oh my God, this woman is that. This is like a. By the way, whoever the man is who left this woman, if the little girls who were in this video ever grow up and see this video of us talking about it, your dad, your dad should have brought you with him for sure. But I can see why he's not around. My goodness,
lady, what the fuck is wrong with you?
When I'm not a female dog, I'm just a fucking woman.
Okay, so you can either come back.
I want to cop doing something now. Now I don't want to hear any fucking
that's not
excuses.
how this works.
I want to
so anyway, you can come into town,
motherfucker. And you don't want me driving back there because I'm fucking angry.
You can come back into town and meet an officer somewhere in town, or you can come here to the police station to make the report.
Are you kidding?
Whichever is more
Do you
convenient.
think they know that nigger's name? Do you think they know
8,
the nigger's name?
9,
You're gonna get the nigger's name?
10.
That's all he is to me now is a fucking nigger because he
11.
called me a bitch.
So, do you want to come here to the police station?
Mm-hmm. The cop's like,
So we're up to 11.
We're
N-words
11
in
N-words, yes.
3 minutes.
Yes, correct.
Wow, that's like honestly, again, even for people that are racist, that's
This
a lot.
is lady.
Like, could you imagine Daniel Carver? Remember Daniel Carver used to do on the Howard Stern show? I'm sorry, but all these N-words, it's just jarring. Imagine a guy in a Klan robe going, my goodness, it's like watching a Tarantino movie. I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Are you going to figure out his name? Are you going to send a detective to do their work?
Ma'am?
Someone said send a black cop. You imagine?
Yes,
Do you want to come back into town and meet an officer somewhere, or do you want to come to the police station?
No, I want an officer to come to my fucking house. They can have permission from the New Haven Police Department. I give it to them because I know how it works, because my uncle
He keeps trying to get words in.
a New Haven detective.
But
My uncle is a detective.
this
I don't think your uncle wants you saying that. Stupid.
Great. But
all you have to do is get permission to get coming to town.
No, that's not how it works.
Well, when Hamden killed the guy in front of my house, they didn't have permission. All they had to do was ask permission to kill the guy in front of my house.
What? Now she's talking about someone was killed in front of her house?
That's all they had to do. That's what I was told. So all East Haven has to do is ask for permission to come.
Is she drunk?
Something.
You hear something in her voice, right?
She's on something. I think she could be on benzos. Benzos is always
Speak
another
to
one that
me in
makes you
front of my
weird.
house.
Yeah.
If you're eating benzos a lot, you're a fucking wreck.
Well, look, I'm not going to play the whole 6-minute call, but you get the point. This lady's a fucking piece of shit. Like, come on, man.
Well, I
and
got
you're
an
right.
I got an update. She doesn't have a job anymore, at least.
Where was she working before?
She worked for the school
Hey
system.
guys, what's going on? Big Lasky here. I wanted to talk to you guys about something a little more serious today. Today I want to talk
Porcelain.
Yes.
Porcelain.
Yes, this is amazing.
Okay, let's start again. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It kind of started playing because I clicked it. Sorry, but we have to play this.
Hey guys, what's going on? Big Lasky here. I wanted to talk to you guys about something a little more serious today. Today I want to talk to you guys about the New Zealand shooting. It's a little late to talk about, but I feel like better late than never. A lot of people are talking about whether the shooter was
This
left
is
wing
so
or
phenomenal.
right wing, and I just found that really strange because to me, all the signs are there. That
That's great. In my head, I knew it was going to be tonight. As soon as I pictured it, I was like, this is...
fuck, man.
That's very funny.
That is clearly a right-wing extremist. He had a black son, which is a white supremacist. All the right-wing sites, not to mention he used very similar lingo as Richard Spencer.
Yeah, send me the... I'm gonna get a link to that. because
I'll give it to you.
I'm going to trim it down and manipulate it so that, like, it sounds like more like he's in a gang. It's going to be really funny.
I get what you're saying. I know what
Oh,
you're
yeah. It's
Okay,
gonna
I'm
be
sending it
funny.
to you. I'll send you the link so you
Oh,
have
that's
it.
great.
That was
Porcelain, you're amazing,
fucking
dude.
Porcelain, man. That's fantastic.
What a fucking sicko.
That is fantastic. That was really well done.
Because I've been sucked into that same culture. I regret ever contributing anything
See what I
to
mean?
that culture.
This is perfect. This is going to be so used to make it sound like
perfect.
I'm gonna actually grab the video, and I think I'll fuck around this week on Adobe Premiere, and I might grab like the Gangland intro.
Oh fuck,
That'll
man.
be really funny.
It's amazing with the cuts like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In between, we'll be back with more Gangland.
And they do that scream. This is amazing.
culture, but I'm not going to pretend like the shooting is something that it wasn't.
All right, anyway.
And then I'm just going to find clips of ganglands with voiceovers where it's like, killing kids, home invasions, cutting off people. So just mix that in with the big stuff. So it just sounds like he was a member of an alt-right street gang that murdered people.
Right.
It's going to be good stuff.
I want to plug the
Yes.
GoFundMe before we head off tonight.
Yeah, and I'm going to donate to this, like I said, as soon as I figure out how bad of a hit I'm taking, which...
I just realized, by the way, thank you, Dad. I just realized my dad donated $200.
Oh, shit, that's
yeah,
really
I just
cool.
I see Royce Lopez. I'm like, I was going to donate later to a guy. That's not me.
Thanks. Thanks, Senior.
Thanks, man. Thank you, Dad. It's supports David's fight against cancer. Testicular cancer, which spread to his bladder, into his stomach, which it's devastating. He's 19 years old, doesn't have health insurance. And, you know, when you think about it, man, when you're 19, 20, I skated by without it for a while. You're like, I'm 19, I'm 20, I'll be
I've
fine.
been a doctor in forever, to be honest.
But I mean, skated by, you know, obviously, but you skate, when you're 19, think about when you're 19, you're like, I'll be fine. You know,
yeah, when you're that age, that shouldn't even be like in your thoughts.
No,
you
man.
know?
So this is terrible, and we really want to do anything we can to help him out. It's I'm gonna post a link in the bottom of this video. The link's also is I'm posting it in the chat. I've also have tweeted it out, so the Revenge of the Cis page has it as well. Do anything you can, guys. Anything, even a couple bucks help. If you don't have any money, that's fine. Just share the link and see if we could get people to help out and to get this guy the help that he needs. He's 19, and it's absolutely horrendous. Mike, is there a Nightwave tonight?
Yeah, of course, I have to.
Yep.
So we're gonna we'll have a little fun tonight. We're gonna chill out. It's probably not gonna be like a crazy show because I'm
I get it.
Still getting adjusted, but we're gonna reestablish a little normalcy tonight. So yeah,
yes,
see you
of
at 10.
course. And I also want to say youtube.com/agluck posted in there. He's 33 away from 1,000, so he's almost where he needs to be to get monetized. And of course, we all know that helps out tremendously. And don't forget Daywave tomorrow at 10 a.m. every weekday morning at 10 a.m. I'm live doing Daywave. There's the link, Daywave Live. Do yourself a favor, watch the Porcelain documentary, Alpha Brain, a Joe Rogan documentary. It is fan-fucking-tastic, so to plug that. Also, I did check out Base Frequency, did a part 2 for Joe Cumia.
Gotta see that too, yeah.
I saw it. Very
Sure,
good,
great.
too.
Wow.
Really well done, too, so both of them very good. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Like I said, I'll be live tomorrow. Mike will be live tonight. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll see. No guarantees, but we might be back live on the main channel. That's what it looks like, but we will see. Thank you, everybody. And, of course, patreon.com/we're-not-sorry is the best way to help out the show. Become a patron. We will see you guys in less than 24 hours.